Hi, I'm Matt from eSpares, the channel that helps you fix your appliances yourself. In this video, I'll show you how to replace the drain pump on a Beko washing machine. Now, if your washing machine isn't draining correctly, it may well be that the drain pump is faulty and it needs to be replaced. However, there are a couple of quick checks that you can do first to rule out anything else. These are the drain hose and the pump filter. Let's take a look at those first before we look at the drain pump replacement. For this, you will need a pair of pump pliers, a flat-headed screwdriver, a Torx screwdriver set with T20 head, a T25 head, and a Phillips screwdriver. For this video, I'm using a Phillips head in the Torx set. Safety first, always make sure you turn off an appliance and disconnect it from the mains before carrying out any work. The first area to check is the drain hose at the back of the appliance. Now, this may have debris inside it, which is blocking the water from leaving the machine. If that's the case, you can use a drain hose unblocker tool to loosen any debris in there. And obviously, if there's any damage, any cracks, any splits in the hose, it will need to be replaced. If you've checked the hose and it's fine, the next area to check is the pump filter. Bottom right on this machine is where the pump filter is located. So open the door. Now, this machine has been drained previously of water, but for you at home, what you'll need to do is either use the emergency drain hose to release all the water, using a pot underneath and a towel under the machine as well, just to collect any excess water. Or you'll have to open up the filter itself and then let that water come out, and there may be a lot of water there. Once the machine is drained of water, you can then check the filter itself by simply unscrewing it and pulling it out. And what you're looking for is any debris or particles stuck in there. It may be something like hair grips or coins or hairbands, etc., that may be causing the blockage. Once you've checked the filter itself, you can then take a look inside and check the impeller. It's also a good idea to check the pump housing for any debris or dirt inside and give that a good clean with a damp cloth as well. So we've checked the hose, we've checked the filter. Now we need to access the drain pump itself. To do so, I need to remove the top of the appliance by undoing these two T20 screws. Then we need to take off the control panel. To do so, I'm using a Torx T25 screwdriver set to undo these two screws at the top here. Then remove the soap dispenser drawer, push down on the release tab and lift out and away. Then within the soap dispenser housing, you can see these four T20 screws that hold the control panel in place. Undo those. Now push the soap dispenser housing inside the machine ever so slightly. This will help release the control panel. With the screws removed, the control panel is held in place by two tabs, one in the middle here and one on the far right if you're looking at the front of the machine. Just lift those two up and then the control panel will come away, and then you can place it on top of the machine as it will still be connected via its electrical connection. Now we need to remove the entire front panel and door. First, I need to be able to take the seal off the panel and push that inside the drum. There's a retaining band holding the seal in place. So grab your flat-headed screwdriver, just gently prise away the spring at the bottom, and then the whole band will come off very simply. You can then push the seal inside your machine. releasing it from the front panel. Then I need to undo the screw that holds the door lock in place, again using the T20 Torx screwdriver. I need to disconnect the door lock from the outer panel. To do that, grab a hold between the door seal and the panel of your door lock, and then using your screwdriver, push in the pip at the top and gently pull to the left, and you should see that the door lock goes back inside. Now you won't lose this because it's still connected by its electrical connection. Pull your door lock out, and then you need to remove the electrical connection there, and also the orange emergency door release connector. Like so. The electrical connection, just pull down on the tab, and that's your door lock released. Unscrew and remove your pump filter. Then remove the two Torx T20 screws at the top. Lift the front fascia panel up and away as far from the machine as possible, and you can then unscrew the pump using your Phillips screwdriver and remove from the pump housing. Remove the 3 clips and hoses. Using your pump pliers, squeeze the clip that is located on the hoses and proceed to pull off the clip and hose from the drain pump. Proceed to do this for all 3 clips and hoses that are connected to the drain pump. Remove the 2 electrical connections from the pump assembly, one from the drain pump part of the assembly, and one from the circulation pump part of the assembly. Now for this video, I've taken out the whole pump assembly to show you how it's done. On your model of washing machine, it may well be that you can simply replace the drain pump aspect of the assembly. It's worth taking a look at the eSpares website with your model number to have a look at what your drain pump looks like before you start the repair. Now, if you do need to remove the drain pump from the pump assembly, it's very easy. Simply undo the screws that hold it in place and take it away. Now, if you're not sure about where to find the model number on your appliance, don't worry. Check out our video here that will give you all the information you need, as it's important that you have the exact make and model number before ordering any spares. Now, to fit your new drain pump assembly, very carefully put it into position inside the machine, ensuring that you have the right pipes for the right hose configuration, being very gentle to get this inside the machine underneath the concrete block. Pushing any hoses out of the way. Reconnect your electrical connections. Then position it into position with the screw holes, but don't attach the screws yet, because what we next need to do is to reattach the hoses. So put them on gently, and then what you can do is pinch the clips and then push them back into position correctly. So one hose, two hose, and then the last one down here. There we go. We can then pinch the clips and make sure they're on correctly. With all the hoses attached, you can then screw in the pump assembly. Then you can refit the front fascia. Now, two things to point out. The emergency drain hose is poking through now on the front panel, and also the bottom of the emergency door release is on the pump filter access as well. So you can see the bottom of it there and the top of it just poking through there. So just put that inside, and then you can refit the two Torx T20 screws to fit the panel to the front. Be very careful when you do this, of course. Refit your pump filter, making sure you screw it all the way in. And then put your emergency drain hose into the clip and out of the way. Now we can refit the door lock. First, put in the electrical connection. Make sure that's firmly in place. Then we can put in the emergency door release. Now, this is quite a fiddly part to get right, because you have to ensure that it's coming through the bottom here and connected to the door lock. So just take this very carefully, like so, and then you can turn it into position and then screw it into place. When you're happy the door lock is in place, you can refit the screw. Then you can fit your door seal to the lip on your front panel. Make sure it's firmly in place over that lip before attaching the retaining band. Then we can reposition the control panel, ensuring that the torsion bar at the top is underneath the screw fittings and that the dispenser drawer housing is in position for the screws. Then you can screw it into position. Refit the screws that hold in the dispenser drawer housing. Pop the dispenser drawer back in, and then you can refit the top. So there we have it, how to replace the drain pump on a Beko washing machine. Hopefully your appliance is draining properly once more. Now that you've solved this issue, why not ensure that you're maximizing your machine to its full potential? Check out this video here, which will give you all the information you need on how best to use the settings and functions on your appliance. And of course, do please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so, and like this video if it's been helpful. Thanks for watching.